Welcome to the highlights of the second semi-final of the ongoing Beighton Cup between Canara Bank and Indian Air Force. And in a match that was dominated by Indian Air Force 2-0, this was an absolute crackerjack of a class. Indian Air Force extended their dominance. Indian Air Force stamped their authority, scored a couple of penalty corners, and made sure that they defeat Canara Bank in this game. This was an absolute fabulous game that we witnessed here at the Salt Lake Stadium. We'll quickly take a look at the highlight package of both the teams. Now they came it from the right flank. They utilized the wings extremely well, and that is exactly what was an absolute amazing game here. As you all can see that they utilized the wings well, the penalty corners as well. They had of utmost importance and utmost significance as well. Now once again they were making the circle entry. The moment they were making the circle entry from the left or the right, there was a lot of conviction in them. There was a lot of belief in them. One thing that Canara Bank failed to do so was break the lines. They failed to break the lines in their attacking third, and eventually they had to pay off as well. Canara Bank had qualified to the semi-finals barely by a thread once they had a little better goal difference than Indian Oil as well. But this time around, they could not replicate the magic. This time around, they could not play well. Canara Bank did well with the long passes in the attacking third because they failed to break the lines past the defensive lines of the orange shirts. This was that goal. The first goal that happened was an absolute first excellent one. Once again, we'll take a replay of this. Once again, it came in well, and this was the goal like I was talking about. Karyappa had made sure that Indian Air Force draw first blood, and then it was just one-sided traffic as well. Canara Bank did try their level best, but nothing in comparison to Indian Air Force, who had won the game 2-0. So it was fabulous. Karyappa did well over here, 1-0 up and ahead in this match, and then there were a flurry of shots that they tried to do something special, but they failed to do so. And Canada Bank, with the aerial balls, they threw the ball in the air. They had to throw the kitchen sink open, but they failed to do so. They did receive a couple of penalty corners, but none that could, do something privilege here. Again, if you all can see, there were a couple of opportunities that came in from the left flank. There were a couple of opportunities that came in down the left flank, but none that could yield into something special. There was a square ball again, but this time around, they failed to keep it under the wraps. They failed to keep it in control. And then again, if you all can see, Canara Bank from the left as well, they tried to make a few insertions, but they could not do so in this game. Plenty of options, plenty of opportunities for both the sides, but they failed to do something special here. This was another penalty corner that came in, and this was another opportunity that came in, and this was scored by 𝐂𝐀𝐍𝐀𝐃, the second goal of this game that came in the fourth quarter by 𝐂𝐂𝐃𝐍𝐀. An inch perfect penalty corner, a textbook penalty corner, something that you all can see over and over again. And that was the final nail in the coffin. So, full time in the second semi final, Indian Air Force 2, Canara Bank 0.